is the battery life 4 or 5 hours like the ES200?
Yes, yeah, yep, same battery life as the S200.
One more thing on the kiosk as it relates to early voting. What's nice about this is it has power built into the booth, so you can actually daisy chain. So if you wanted 10 at your early voting location, all you need is one outlet, and you can plug that one in and run the other 9 off of each unit down the way. The other nice thing is typically you don't have to do a full reset up. This does lock at the end of each day. You can turn the unit off, lock it in place. So for your early voting location, pretty simple setup the following morning.
There's even a place to put a wire seal or something on it, even if you want to lock the hood down. I know Cuyahoga's pretty good at belt and suspendering everything, so, which is great. So, you have the ability to do that as well. Yes, ma'am.
All right, the precinct scanning device that you have on the kiosk, is that only available on the kiosk or does it come on the desktop model also?
Comes on either. So the only difference would be, you're talking about when we read that card?
Right, when you took, they got
The slip?
Yeah.
they got their slip, the little to cast their ballot.
There's a
and then
there's
they
a
scan
barcode
it.
reader that's
Right.
designed for tabletop as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
There's
so
another
it's not all
option.
built in, it's just, that's an extra piece.
Yeah, it would just be a peripheral that plugs into a USB. It'd just be a little scanner that would sit next to it if they go with the tabletop model.
And there's a third option, which is we have a little printer where you can check somebody in on the 10X poll book and actually print the ballot information right on the card at check-in. And 10X has just completed that development work with our printer. So that is
I
also.
didn't know that. Okay. So to follow up on what Judd's talking about there is, since you guys have 10X, it's called the Express Pass printer. It's just a little printer, and what it would do when they go check in incorporates with 10X poll book. So it would grab this card, pull it in, and it would lay down a barcode on the top of the card and spit it back out. And what that barcode represents is that voter's ballot style. Okay, so when they go and insert it into the express vote, it automatically sees that barcode and it brings up that ballot. All right, so there's no manual selection, anything such as that. It just automatically brings up that voter's ballot. Yes.
For logic and accuracy testing, is it recommended to scan the printed ballot into the DS200 afterwards?
Yeah, LNA testing. You want to handle that, or Toby, or how?
No, I mean, that's a yes. Obviously, you want to incorporate some subset of express vote cards into your test deck and run those through the DS200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to follow up on that, how exactly are you voting these on the express vote? Like, are you manually, voting these express votes and then scanning them on the
Yep.
DS200, or?
Yep, manual process, right, Toby, Heather?
Correct, yes.
And does your software tell us a pattern for that? That kind of gets incorporated with the DS200 half using your software, or is that?
What, do you guys currently use Toolbox to create automated test decks?
We have in the past.
Okay, so you could use that same thing and then just use that output to mark the card. So you just copy what you do for paper on the express vote or a subset of that, right? So we could just do it that way. So that way it would match all of your reports and everything just like the 200. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Behind the pole here.
Oh, Tony, all right.
How does the kiosk break down?
Okay. All right. So basically, let me shut this door. Okay, so the kiosk mode breaks down. One door closes. Oh. Done with the barcode scanner. I'm going to open up this little front door because that's how this is what locks it in. There's a release on the side here. Okay, oh, by the way, that's for wheelchair voter. So a wheelchair can go to a wheelchair height mode. that is stored, and then it rolls like a kiosk, okay? And it's a shopping cart mentality, so you have multiple of these. The next one would bump up, this front part would bump right up against this support beam here, where the kiosk gets pulled up into place here. Just for storage, because I know you guys are going to ask, it's about 45 in a 10 by 10 area, 100 square foot. So that's obviously 5 across, 9 deep, and that's right next to each other. Okay, but that is how that is stored. Obviously, the reverse takes place in the morning. They just hook it, locks it into place, releases it. They just need the key to unlock the front door. That allows them to lift the lid. Obviously, it wouldn't be turned on, but you would just go ahead and turn it on. Put the power plug in the back. And the power plug is just a plug. It's like a plug for a wall outlet.
The power cord wraps here, kind of like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, so the power cord, yeah, could wrap around the base of the unit there. Yeah, vacuum cleaner cord.
Do you have
Yes.
do you have a privacy screen for around?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, for the demo, we left it open, but yes, there can be a privacy screen for this. Basically, goes off and they lock in each side. They lock into the side of the unit to give side panel access. Yes, sir.
In regards to storage for the desktop units, what's your recommendation for storing those? Because the auto marks, there's no stackability. You can't stack them. So what's your recommendation for stacking?
Yeah, we can stack these, you know how high? If you lay them flat, the express votes? I think, is it 4, Toby?
Yeah, I would do 4.
4. And that means, you know, so obviously, so I've seen counties, you know, some store it just like this, some store it flat like this and stack them. If you do it this way, 4 high, it's about the most, because at 20 pounds, that'd be about, you know, 65 pounds of the bottom unit, which is okay, but, okay? But, so, but yeah, most jurisdictions either put it on a shelf like this, or they'll lay them flat and stack them. Good news is you have little options, at least with the space you're saving from the AutoMark, you can have some thoughts on how you want to store if you go with the tabletop model. And the power supply plugs into the bottom, or sorry.
Feet on here too, if you want to stack them on that.
Okay. Everything we use in the unit. That's just a write-in. Overvote, we talked about, it won't now allow an overvote. It alerts the voter of an undervote. Talked about setup, AC power. Number of cords required. Both of these are just one power cord. You know, I mean, there's just a power cord for the DS200, a power cord for the express vote. Okay. Battery life we talked about, 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, I think that's a key element that Craig just hit on, is obviously both of these units, essentially, all you have to do is plug them in and turn them on. You know, with a lot of the other COTS devices, obviously, you're talking about cables running from a voting tablet to a printer, power cords for both units running to what should be a UPS, and then the UPS to the wall, so you're talking about a lot more cables and a lot more weight and additional devices too for poll workers to set up. This is an all-in-one unit, which obviously makes it a lot easier for your poll workers from a setup standpoint, as well as from a weight standpoint.
Yes, sir.
You told us the weight of the express vote. What are the dimensions of it when it's in the case?
I can get that to you. I don't know if I have it right off the top of my head. We do have a slick for it, or somebody could probably even look it up for me here, but the dimensions of the express vote in the case. Okay, go look it up real quick so I can give you exactly what it is. But other questions?
Did I hear you say before that in addition to printing the card, the espresso also saves the data to a USB stick? Or did I mishear?
No, yeah, not on this. I mean, you might be talking, there is a tabulator mode of this, Jason, where, we could set this up as a tabulator where the card would be kicked to a bin in the back and be held, but yeah. But yeah, this is just ballot marking device mode only. But no, if that's something you guys do want, yeah, there is the ability to tabulate the ballot where it would be held on a USB stick inside of the unit.
It's almost identical to the AutoMark. One of the main differences is we switched from compact flash to USB, so you don't have to worry about bending pins and stuff like that when you insert a memory device. It's USB, so all your memory would be USB.
Can you show us where that goes in the express?
Yep. So it's just a little side doors. As I mentioned, same barrel key as DS200, and then there's just a USB drive right there, right in the side of the unit.
Craig, is there enough memory on that to hold the entire election?
Yes, so yeah, the 1.3 unit pad, yeah, we have a gig DRAM, so yeah, should be able to fit the entire Cuyahoga County on one unit.
You guys can't send out the stick in the machine? I think the stick's gotta come out.
No,
We send them with them in.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
totally up to you, but yeah, that's how most counties do it. They just have it in there, so when they just turn on the unit.
But we put with both units, they're behind a locked, sealable door.
How long does it take to boot up a county our size? Like right now, we actually have our poll workers turn it on the night before the AutoMark because it takes about 45 minutes,
Yeah, that's no longer an issue, even with the countywide